Smile greetings. You are watching my channel, Learn Sujok for free. And I am Teja Lupal. Friends, this is the 5th course with 10 videos in which you progress to energy healing. In this course, you will actually enter the magical world of energy healing using meridians. In order to gain from this course, you must watch my videos in the order that they are given chronologically, and also watch each video till the end. If you like my videos, then subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon next to it. Now that we are totally aware of all the meridians on our hand, let us learn how to treat these meridians in order to harmonize them so that we are disease-free. The first and most basic thing to understand in this is the energy flow in our body and in these meridians. Flow of energy is between the earth, which is yin, and the sky, which is yang. Now, yin side of our body, it gets energy from the earth. So the flow of energy is from the legs to the arms, and flow of energy on the yang side is from the sky. So energy flows from arm to leg on the yang side. You remember that on our hand, according to the main correspondence system, the middle finger is the leg, and the first finger is the arm. These are the primary meridians, right? Since the hand is similar to the human body, the energy flow on the hand is also similar to that in our body. So on yin side of our hand, like in our body, the energy flow is from the leg to the arm, like that. And on the yang side, the energy flow is from the arm to the leg. So the energy flows from the leg to the arm on yin side and continues on the yang side as from arm to leg. Basically, it is a cyclical pattern. You know, the energy comes from here, goes up, and in the back, it goes down. So it is cyclical. Similarly, on the hand, it is cyclical. It starts from the leg, enters from the leg on the yin side, and goes to the arm, and then it goes to the yang side and starts from the arm and goes to the leg. Let me share a picture for you to understand, and you can take a screenshot of the picture so that you remember. So this is what the energy flow on the hand looks like on the yin and yang side. On the yin side, the energy is entering from the leg, which is the middle finger, from the top of the leg, top of the middle finger, and then it goes around and enters the arm, which is the first finger. Now the blue lines on top of the finger and in the bottom of the first finger show the entry gates from where the energy is entering into the arm or leg. Similarly, on the yang side, the energy is entering from the first finger on the top. That is why the entry gate is there. And then it goes around and enters the leg from the bottom of the middle finger, which is the bottom of the middle finger has the entry gate of energy to the middle finger. So this is how the cyclical pattern of the energy is in our body also. And so it is also in our hand. Now, this will be actually used extensively when we learn to treat diseases using energy healing in my next course. This is a very important picture and needs to be thoroughly understood and memorized for the time being. The energy flow in the meridian could be excessive or deficient. There should be a harmonious flow of energy in the meridian. But if the flow is excess or deficient in the meridians, then it causes malfunctioning of the related organs or systems. One thing needs to be understood, that at any given point or at any given time, the energy flow in all meridians is either excessive or deficient. But these variations within certain limits are acceptable as they do not produce any disease symptoms. When this excessiveness or deficiency of energy flow in a particular meridian crosses the normal limits, causing a lack of harmony in the meridian, and in turn then causing pathological changes in the functions of the organ related to that meridian, then that meridian needs to be harmonized. Basically, that is the time that we actually treat the meridian.
Okay, so to treat or harmonize a meridian, we use two techniques: tonification and sedation. Tonification of a meridian is done when the disease in the body is occurring due to lack or deficiency of energy flow in the meridian. So we have to tonify that meridian by increasing the energy flow in that meridian. I will repeat this so that you get it correctly. Tonification of a meridian is done when the disease in the body is occurring due to lack or deficiency of energy flow in the meridian. So we have to tonify that meridian by increasing the energy flow in the meridian. Meanwhile, sedation of a meridian is done when there is excessive energy flow in the meridian, and that is causing disharmony and disease in the body. So by sedating that meridian, we decrease the flow of energy in the meridian to harmonize it. I'll repeat this also again. Sedation of a meridian is done when there is excessive energy flow in the meridian, and that is causing disharmony and disease in the body. So by sedating that meridian, we decrease the flow of energy in that meridian to harmonize it. Now, this tonification or sedation of the meridian is to be done till such time that the disease symptoms are there, or for maximum 2 to 4 hours. Because once the energy flow balances in the meridian, gets harmonized, then it will just start getting harmonized, and you don't need to, interfere. It just happens on its own then. Tonification or sedation of meridians can be done with any of the tools like bar magnets or Byol magnets or color treatment. On any finger, there are 3 joints, 3 visible joints and 1 hidden joint. The top one, which is the farthest from the body, this is the body, right? The top joint, which is the farthest from the body, is the hetero joint. Now, this hetero joint is it likes change. Hetero actually has a characteristic that it likes change. So it is the best for applying the bar magnet, as we want change and cure, right? The application of the bar magnet is mostly and preferably done only on the top or the distal joints of the fingers on which the meridians is not, on which the meridian is placed, not on the base joint. Sometimes the middle joint is also used when we are using the Byol magnets, which I will just explain. Now, this is done because the top joint is the hetero joint, which wants change. And by the way, the further the joint is from the body, it has more connection to the metaphysical world. And energy healing is all about metaphysical healing, isn't it? So that is why also it is the best joint to treat on. Now, bar magnets and Byol magnets are the same. I'll just show you once again, just to remind you. This is a bar magnet, and this is a Byol magnet, which has a white and a yellow side, right? They are both the same. In Byol magnets, the north pole and the south pole of the magnet are separate. That is the only difference as 2 magnets. So yellow and white. So the yellow one will be, you can use it, the yellow side you can use as south pole, and the white side you can use as the north pole. Now, let me explain how a meridian is tonified or sedated. We know that energy flows from the north to the south always in a magnet, right? Energy in a meridian enters from the energy gate, which we marked with the blue line, remember? On the yin side of the, from leg to arm, right? And on the yang side from arm to leg. So to tonify any meridian, the north pole or the white part of the magnet should be near the energy gate. When it is done like that, then the meridian kind of pulls energy from the energy gate and gets in energy because it is deficient, and that is why we are tonifying, right? And to sedate the meridian, the south pole or the yellow part of the magnet should be near the energy gate. I'll be showing you, demonstrating it to you just now. Let me just explain how it is done with the Byol magnets first. In case if you are using the Byol magnets, then we make use of the top joint of the and the middle joint of the finger, because the top joint and the middle joint of the finger. To tonify, now when you use it on this finger, on the yin side, the energy is flowing from the leg to the arm, right? So the energy gate is here. That means when we want to tonify any meridian on this side, the north pole should be towards the energy gate. So that means if we are using the bar magnet, the tonification will have to be done like this on the top joint, right? But when we are using the Byol magnet, then for tonification, we have to apply the white side, the white side of the Byol magnet on this joint, like that, and the yellow side, which is the south pole of the Byol magnet, on the top joint. So then the white side, that is the north pole, would be closer to the energy gate, and it will work as tonification. Never apply bar magnets while sleeping, and it should be applied only till the problem is there. This is because the sensitivity to the magnet is different in every person. And one should never sleep with magnets. The duration of application can be as short as a few minutes or as long as 2 to 4 hours maximum. If relieved, then remove the magnet. If aggravated, then change the direction of the magnet. All these and other rules of magnet application we have already covered in the Seeds and Magnets Blueprint course. Now, meridians can be tonified or sedated with color also. The color treatment on the meridians is done according to the axis law. Now, for each meridian. Okay. Now, you should by now be very confident about the placement of the yin and yang organs in the axis law, isn't it? Now, when we have to tonify the liver or the gallbladder meridian, we will use, basically, let me just say one thing. Basically, the tonification of any meridian is done by its own color in the axis law, by the same color that is depicting that meridian in the axis law, according to the axis law. But when we have to sedate, then we have to use the color which is in axis to that color, opposite to that color. So, for example, let's see, if we have to tonify the liver or the gallbladder meridian, then we will tonify it with the green color, which is the color it has in the axis law. But when we have to sedate it, then we have to take the opposite color in axis to it, which is the humidity color, which is yellow. For tonifying the heart and small intestine meridian, we will use the red color. And to sedate it, we will use the brown color of dryness. And to tonify the brain or the spinal cord meridian, we will use the orange color. And to sedate it, the blue color. For spleen and pancreas, tonification color is yellow, and stomach yellow, and the sedation color is green. For lungs and large intestine, the tonification color is brown, and the sedation color is red. And last of all, for kidney and urinary bladder, the tonification color is blue, and the sedation color is orange. Tonification and sedation of meridian with color is to be done by axis law. The way to do is, like I explained it to you, that you have to always start from the energy gate and make a line on the meridian to tonify, and in the opposite direction for sedation. That is drawing towards the energy gate. Now, I will demonstrate it by taking some examples of diseases and understanding where and how to tonify or sedate. Let me just share my screen and show it to you. Okay, the first disease that I'm taking is asthma. Now, for asthma, basically there is lack of energy flow in the lung, right? In the lung meridian. So we have to tonify the lung meridian for us to heal the asthma symptoms, right? To harmonize the lung meridian. How will we do it? According to axis law, we know that the lung meridian is brown in color. And because we have to tonify, we will use the same color. Now, the lung meridian is this, right? This side meridian. This you already have learned. And if you don't remember, then you must revise these before you actually come to. Okay, so this is the lung meridian. And in this, the energy gate would be, because the energy is flowing from the leg to the arm, so the energy will enter from here and it will move down like that and turn around and go into the arm. So the energy gate is over here for the arm on the inside. Now, to tonify the lung meridian, we have to basically draw the meridian line brown in color. The axis flow color of the lung meridian, and start from the energy gate and go up to where it ends. And this should be done in one flow and with the consciousness that you are tonifying the lung meridian and increasing the energy flow in the lungs. So this is how you start from the energy gate, because the energy flow is this side. So you will start from here and you are increasing the energy flow in the lung so that the asthma symptoms are cured. So this is how you tonify the lung meridian. That is all that you need to do. Now, the only thing important being that the energy flow should be in the correct direction. It should be done in one go. And secondly, very important, that your consciousness should be that you are tonifying the lung meridian. Okay, then the tonification of lung meridian for asthma has been done with the green color by mistake. Please correct it. It is actually supposed to be done with brown color. Fatty liver, that means the liver is weak. And that is why it is suffering. There is less energy flow in the liver and we need to increase the energy flow. Now, liver color is again is green. So and this is the yin side. So we first remember the energy gate. Okay. Now, when the energy gate is made like this, the energy flow is like this, right? On the leg and turn like this and go into the arm like that. Okay. Now, which is the liver meridian? The liver meridian is the central meridian on the middle finger. And we have to tonify it. That means we have to go in the flow of the energy. So the energy is going this side. So we will start from the energy gate and draw a line on the liver meridian with the green color, which is the color of the liver meridian according to axis law, with the consciousness that we are increasing the flow of energy in the liver meridian for fatty liver symptoms. Okay. Okay. Next example that I will take is acidity. Okay. Now, acidity, for acidity, what do we do? Acidity is basically that the energy in the stomach, energy flow in the stomach is too much. We need to reduce the energy flow in the stomach. Okay. So for acidity, and because the stomach meridian is on the yang side, so I've taken the yang hand. On the yang side, the energy flow, if you remember, is from the arm to the leg. So the energy enters from the arm and goes into the leg. Okay. So these are the energy gates. And the energy flow is like this. It goes from the arm, turns, and goes into the leg. Like that. Now, which one is this stomach meridian? The stomach meridian is the first meridian over here, right? On the middle finger. Now we have to, because the energy flow is too much in that, we have to sedate it. Now the color of stomach meridian is yellow. So sedation color would be green, which is absolutely opposite in the axis law. So we will sedate it with the green color. And the energy flow is like this towards the nail. So we'll have to go in the opposite direction to sedate it. This is the stomach meridian. So we start from here. In one go, we draw a green line to sedate the stomach meridian with the consciousness to decrease the flow of energy in the stomach so that the acidity symptoms are reduced or ended. Okay. Now, next example I'm taking is of migraine. Okay. Now, migraine, if you remember, is caused because of a lot of pain in the head. And for migraine, I had told you which meridian to take, the gallbladder meridian, because the gallbladder meridian covers the whole head comprehensively, and you can, treat your migraine with that. So that gallbladder meridian is again now on the yang side. It is the central meridian on the middle finger. Now the energy gate on the yang side, energy gates are starting from the arm, the energy flows into the leg. Okay. So this, I'm doing it again and again so that it sinks in your head and you remember that the energy flow on the yang side is like this. Always remember one gate and you will not make a mistake. Just remember one gate, either the yin side or the yang side. If you make a note, you will never forget. Now to sedate the GB meridian. Now GB meridian is green in according to axis law, and the opposite energy is humidity. So we have to sedate it with yellow, right? So to sedate the GB meridian with yellow, the energy flow is this side. So we will start in the opposite direction with yellow, and in one flow, sedate the gallbladder meridian so as to reduce migraine. So this is how you sedate the gallbladder meridian for migraine. Next case I'm taking is backache. Okay. Now backache is, if you remember, I had told you that for backache, you have to take, there are two options. If the backache is absolutely in the center on the vertebral column, then you have to take the TW meridian. Okay. And if the backache is on the sides, means like on the sides of the meridian, then you might have to take the UB meridian. Or if it is on the side of the waist, like on the side of your body, then you might have to take the GB meridian. But here we will take the TW meridian for backache in the center of the back. Okay. Now in the center of the back, the TW meridian is in the yang side, and it is in the center of the first finger. So the energy gate on the yang side are like this. Energy enters from here and here, right? So the energy flow is, energy is entering from here, turning here, and then going up the leg, right? It starts from the arm and goes into the leg. Now, TW meridian, tonification color is orange, but the sedation color is the bang opposite one, which is blue. So we will sedate the TW meridian with blue, and the energy flow is like this. So the sedation will have to start from the bottom, and it will go like this in one flow to sedate the TW meridian. Always remember that you have to do it in one go and with the consciousness that you are doing it for backache, all right, or for whatever symptom you are trying to treat. All right, then let's see for infertility. Now, for infertility, if you remember, we had done two meridians on the thumb. The deep criteria meridians were the GV and the CV meridian, the conception vessel meridian and the governing vessel meridian. Now, for infertility, the conception vessel meridian gives miraculous results when done regularly and for some time. It can really help in infertility issues. So on this now, okay, one thing I need to just explain to you before I do, or let me finish this, then I will explain it to you. For infertility, we treat by the bar magnet, not by color, and on the CV meridian. Now, which one is the CV meridian? This is the conception vessel meridian. The conception vessel meridian is on the yin side, okay, on the yin side. And the conception vessel meridian is, the energy flow is like this, like that. It moves from here to here. This is the CV meridian. Okay. So in order to tonify it, what you need to do is to use a bar magnet and place the bar magnet so the north pole is towards the energy gate, because they see the energy is entering from here, right? From the base of the thumb. So you need to put the bar magnet on the middle joint, on the joint of the thumb, and in such a way that the north pole is towards the energy gate. And this is called the tonification of the conception vessel meridian. Okay, now another example that I can take is of an enlarged pituitary. When sometimes, the pituitary gland gets enlarged. So if the pituitary gland is enlarged, now pituitary gland is, if you remember, on the thumb, we were also treating meridians of all the glands, endocrine glands, right? The pituitary gland meridian is the central meridian on the thumb. And the energy flow on the yang side for endocrine glands meridians is like this, okay? Going down from the top of the thumb, from the top of the nail. Now, because the pituitary gland is enlarged, so we have to sedate the pituitary meridian, all right, to treat it. And to sedate it, that means that the yellow part of the south pole of the magnet should be towards the energy gate. Now, this is the energy gate, and the yellow part of the magnet has to be towards the energy gate. So this is sedating your pituitary gland for a case of enlarged pituitary. All right, I need to just go back to the previous cases, a couple of them. For example, say we did the asthma case, right? Here we were tonifying the lung meridian. The tonification of lung meridian for asthma has been done with the green color by mistake. Please correct it. It is actually supposed to be done with brown color. Now, if you have to do it with a magnet, with a bar magnet, I need to explain it to you how it has to be done with the bar magnet and with a Byol magnet. If it has to be tonified with the bar magnet has to be placed on the top joint only, okay, in order to facilitate change, because it is the hetero joint, right? So the tonification, because this is the energy gate, so the north pole of the bar magnet has to be on the top joint like this, center being on the center and on the meridian like this, the north pole being towards the energy gate. This is how you will fix the bar magnet. Now, if I have to do it on my hand and show it to you, this is, 1 minute. Let me just draw the lung meridian. Now, on my hand, this is the lung meridian. All right. I hope you can see that. Now, this is the lung meridian. I need to tonify it. So if I have to tonify it, this is the energy gate, right? This is the energy gate. And on the hetero joint, I will just fix this magnet like this on the lung meridian with the north pole of the magnet towards the energy gate and with a thin piece of tape so that the magnet is not fully covered. And this is tonification of the lung meridian. If I have to sedate it, then I will, for pneumonia that we did, if you have to sedate it, then it will be fixed like this. The yellow part of the magnet, will be towards the energy gate. Right? So this is how a bar magnet has to be fixed anyway, always on the top joint and this way. But if you have to do treatment with the Byol magnet, then for asthma case, okay, for the asthma case, then we have to tonify the lung meridian. So that means the white, that is the north pole of the Byol magnet, should be on the neutral joint. This is the middle joint. Which is closer to the energy gate. So the north pole being closer to the energy gate means the meridian is being tonified. And the south pole has to be fixed. Achha, by the way, I'm sorry. This has to be fixed on the lung meridian. So it should be fixed here. Not in the center, on the lung meridian. And the south pole will be fixed on the hetero joint on the lung meridian. So when you do the Byol magnet, this is how it has to be done. That the north pole to tonify will be close to the energy gate on the concerned meridian on the neutral joint, and the south pole will be on the hetero joint away from the energy gate and on the lung meridian, basically. So this is to tonify. And if it has to be sedated, then obviously the yellow magnet will be here and the white will be there. That means the south pole will be closer to the energy gate. So I just wanted to explain it to you by showing it to you physically so that you understand how the magnets have to be applied. Now, for example, for acidity. Now, for acidity, the stomach meridian has to be sedated, right? So we have drawn the sedation with color, but if we have to do it with the bar magnet, what will we do? We will, the direction of the, flow of energy is this way. So that means we have to put the south pole in that direction on the stomach meridian, on the first joint, on the hetero joint. So this is how, with the thin tape, like I showed you, it will be fixed, and this will sedate the stomach meridian and reduce or finish the symptoms of acidity. So this is how it has to be done. Now, sometimes we need to treat two meridians simultaneously because our symptoms are such. Two meridians can be treated together only if they are connected. All right. Now, how are they supposed to be connected? When they are connected, they are called long Byol meridians. And how they are connected is, you will understand from this picture. Now, this picture shows you all the meridians on the yin side and the yang side. Let me just explain this picture thoroughly because it is made like all the meridians are demonstrated on it, and it will give you a complete picture of how the meridians are. On the yin side, the primary meridians are on the first finger and the middle finger. All right. And the energy flow is from leg to arm. So that is why the energy gate is on top of the middle finger and the bottom of the first finger. And the meridians you are already marked, like the lung meridian, the brain, heart, spleen, liver, and kidney on the yin side. And on the other two fingers are the same meridians, but they are the secondary meridians. Sometimes when the first two fingers are not available for treatment, you can even treat on these meridians on the secondary meridians on these two fingers. So I have marked it. And the alphabets that I've written, if you remember, I had told you that every meridian has an alphabet which has been given to it on the international platform, which you need to be aware of. A is for lung meridian, I is for brain, E is for heart, D is for spleen and pancreas, L is for liver, and H is for kidney meridian. So these are all the meridians on the inside. And on the thumb, there are two sets of meridians. If you have like 2 pages, on the first page are the endocrine gland meridians, and those are the adrenal gland, testes, ovaries, and the pancreas. And the energy flow is from the base of the thumb to the top, okay, from the earth to the sky. And for the CV meridian, on the second page is the conception vessel meridian, which is in the center of the thumb, and the energy flow is again from the base of the thumb to the top. So these are the meridians on the yin side. Now, when you see on the yang side, the primary meridians are again on the middle finger and the first finger. The energy flow is from the arm to the leg. That is why the energy gates are on top of the first finger and on top of the little finger and the bottom of the middle finger and the ring finger, because the middle and ring finger are the legs, right? Now, the meridians are, as you know, the large intestine, triple warmer, small intestine on the first finger, and the stomach, the gallbladder, and urinary bladder meridians on the middle finger. And these are the primary meridians. The secondary meridians you will find on the little finger and the ring finger, which are the secondary meridians, which have been depicted by their alphabets. B for large intestine, J for triple warmer, F for small intestine, C for stomach, K for gallbladder, G for urinary bladder. And on the thumb, when you see the endocrine gland meridians, then the energy flow becomes the opposite. It is from the sky to the earth, that is from the top of the thumb to the bottom. And the meridians are thymus, pituitary, and thyroid gland meridians. But when you see the other page and see the governing vessel meridian on the thumb, then the energy flow is the same as the conception vessel meridian. It is from the earth to the sky, which is the direction of the energy flow is the same. So this needs to be remembered. Now, what I was talking about are the long Byol meridians. Like when you have 2 symptoms, and you need to treat 2 meridians simultaneously, then it is only possible when the meridians are connected as long Byol meridians. Now, what are long Byol meridians? Long Byol meridians are when the energy flow, like now if you just see on the yin side, the lung meridian and the spleen and pancreas meridian, that is the brown one and the yellow one, right? Energy is entering from the spleen and pancreas meridian from the top of the leg, where the energy gate is. The energy is entering in the yellow meridian, going down and going into the arm, into the lung meridian, which is really, corresponding to the leftmost meridian, like the leftmost meridian on the middle finger. Similarly, the liver meridian is going down and connecting into the arm part to the brain meridian. And the kidney meridian is connecting to the heart meridian. So these are called long Byol meridians. The kidney meridian is forming a long Byol with the heart meridian. The liver meridian is forming a long Byol with the brain meridian. The spleen and pancreas meridian is forming a long Byol with the lung meridian. Similarly, when you see on the yang side, then the large intestine meridian is forming a long Byol with the stomach meridian. And the triple warmer meridian is forming a long Byol with the central meridian, which is the gallbladder meridian. And the small intestine meridian is forming a long Byol with the urinary bladder meridian. So the energy flow is all from arm to leg, but all the three meridians get connected according to the energy flow in their meridians. So these are called long Byol meridians. And whenever you have to treat two diseases simultaneously, then two meridians can be treated together only if they are connected as long Byol meridians. Okay, so on yang, now let us just take an example. For example, if a person has vomiting and diarrhea, all right, vomiting and diarrhea. Let me just share my screen and show you. This is the one, vomiting and diarrhea. Now, for vomiting and diarrhea, we have to sedate the large intestine meridian and the stomach meridian, right? Now, large intestine meridian is for diarrhea and the stomach meridian is for vomiting. Now, energy flow is from, and both the meridians are on the yang side, right? And the energy flow is from the leg to the, from the arm to the leg in the yang side. Now, when the energy flow is from the arm to the leg, that means we have to first treat the large intestine meridian, because the energy is entering from there into the large intestine meridian, and the large intestine meridian is forming a long Byol with the stomach meridian. So we can treat these two together, right? So we have to sedate. Now, when we are sedating the large intestine meridian, the south pole of the magnet has to be towards the entry gate, right? 1 minute, let me just show it to you. Okay, now this is the case of vomiting and diarrhea, right? The energy flow is from top here, and we have to sedate the large intestine meridian. Now, the sedation of the large intestine meridian with a magnet would be that the yellow part of the magnet, which is the south pole, has to be towards the energy gate. So this is sedating the large intestine meridian. And since the large intestine meridian is forming a long Byol with the stomach meridian, the energy flow will be going from here to here. Energy gate for the stomach meridian is this. So to sedate the stomach meridian, you will have to put the south pole of the magnet towards the energy gate here on the stomach meridian, right? So this is how this has to be treated. A joint, like kind of a joint case of vomiting and diarrhea. Now, this is for the diarrhea, where you have sedated the large intestine meridian, and this is for vomiting. Sorry, the magnets are sticking. Like magnets attract. So I think you get the picture. Basically, they have to be fixed like this. So I'll just let this be. Okay. Similarly, another case is of UTI and fever, Now, UTI and fever is again like UTI is urinary tract infection. And for that, the urinary bladder meridian has to be sedated. And fever, we sedate the small intestine meridian for fever, because remember, small intestine is according to Axis law, it is the heat meridian, and heat is what gives fever, right? So heat means acute case of fever is heat. So that is why we treat according to treat the small intestine meridian. So in this, now if you notice, the again the energy gate is on the first finger. This first energy enters into the small intestine meridian, right? And the small intestine meridian is forming a long Byol with the urinary bladder meridian. So this energy flow from here, so we have to sedate it. So the yellow part of the magnet will be towards the energy gate. This is sedating the small intestine meridian, and then because the energy gate is here to sedate the urinary bladder meridian, the yellow part of the magnet will be towards the energy gate here. So this is how we sedate two things together, two meridians together, in case we have two problems. Okay, and they can only be treated when they are in long Byol. 1 minute. Let me show you both the pictures. So if you want, you can take screenshots. This is for vomiting and diarrhea. So where we treated the large intestine meridian and the stomach meridian, both of them sedated, and because they are in the long Byol. And the next case was UTI and fever, which was, again, the urinary bladder meridian and the small intestine meridian are in long Byol, and they have both been sedated. So this is how it has to be done. But now this is, I'm just going to explain it once again. If, say, the kidney and liver are both spoiled in a patient, all right, sometimes it happens that a person has a kidney disease and a liver disease. Then since they are not in a long Byol, because kidney and liver are not in a long Byol, right? And we cannot treat both the meridians together. So how you will go about it is that you treat the worst one first for 1 week, like whichever is in a worse condition, the kidney or the liver. Treat that for 1 week and then treat the other one the next week. There is, when you actually in energy healing, when you actually treat one meridian for a disease, it also affects the other meridians in some way or the other. So sometimes when you treat, supposing the kidney is in a worse state, and you treat it according to the kidney meridian and you sedate the kidney meridian, for example, then if the liver is in a problem or has some kind of issue, then the liver meridian itself also simultaneously sometimes, it starts getting harmonized. After a week, you might see that the liver symptoms are also not as bad as they were when you started the kidney treatment. So this is for you to understand and experience yourself. Then there is one more very important aspect which needs to be covered in order for your treatment of a particular meridian to be complete. And that is treating the end points of these meridians. Let me explain these to you in the next video.